Today we are going to make vegan okonomiyaki. At the end of this video, I'm showing how to make homemade okonomiyaki sauce, so stay tuned. There are more than 170 Japanese food recipes on my web, including today's recipe, so please take a look and let me know what you think. Cut cabbage roughly and I keep it bigger pieces because I love to enjoy the texture of cabbage itself when I bite into. But if you prefer more pancake-like texture, feel free to cut into smaller pieces. Next, slice oyster mushroom as thin as possible. We usually use a pork slices into okonomiyaki. This oyster mushroom will act like a meat. Let's work on the okonomiyaki batter. In goes silken tofu. Whisk it until you reach creamy consistency. This tofu needs to be custard type of tofu. Then add kombu dashi powder to season the batter, and followed by water. Mix them well before you add the dry ingredients. And by the way, if you are looking for a regular okonomiyaki recipe, please check the separate video. I linked it in the description box below. Then in goes potato starch to bind them together, and followed by all-purpose flour. You don't want to overmix the batter once you add the dry ingredients, otherwise your okonomiyaki will get tough instead of fluffy. In this video, I happen to have a cabbage, but you can add pretty much any vegetable you want, such as leek, carrot, onion, what else? Herbs. Some people even add the rice cake in it. Then time to add chopped cabbage. Make sure all the cabbage is nicely coated with the butter, and you want to mix the butter and cabbage right before you pan fry it. If you leave it too long, the moisture of cabbage will start to seep out and your butter will become too soggy. Now it's time to pan fry them. I have a non-stick pan. Heat the oil over medium-high heat. Then drop your okonomiyaki batter. Make a circular disc shape and cook it until the bottom side is slightly brown, which should take you 4 minutes. I added way too much oil, so wiping off now. Line the oyster mushroom on the surface. Now time to flip it. You don't need to press it down. You're gonna steam it for 4 minutes with the lid on. After 4 minutes, the okonomiyaki should be fully cooked inside, and flip it one more time to have a nice golden color on both sides. Then cook it for another 1 minute and transfer onto the plate. I'm looking for the outside to be crispy, but the inside is fluffy and moist. And finally, work on the homemade vegan okonomiyaki sauce. In a bowl, I added apple juice, soy sauce, vegan ketchup, and hoisin sauce, and a little bit of mustard. If you are making it for kids, you can feel free to leave the mustard out. I know apple juice sounds peculiar, but trust me, it was really good. And this sauce is my original recipe, so it might not be the okonomiyaki sauce you are used to. And if you try it, please give me a feedback on the comment below and tag me on Instagram at Your Japanese Cooking Class. There should be a vegan okonomiyaki sauce online, but I couldn't find it. So if anybody knows the link, please share in the comment. It would be helpful for anyone in this community. You can make a batch of okonomiyaki and store them in a fridge for 3 days or freeze them for 2 weeks. Great for bento box or snack between the meal. I'm sure your kids will like it. My kids love it.
Oh, カリカリ.
Smother the sauce on top. Dress with some mayo. and making it fancy for the presentation. Garnish some spring onion and aonori seaweed. And you can also sprinkle some Japanese pickled ginger if you want to. And there you go. My hope is everyone can equally enjoy the Japanese food without hustling in the kitchen. And if you have anyone who is plant-based and don't have much option for Japanese food, please share with your friends and family. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video. またね。バイバイ。